Thursday. I'm sorry, I'm lame. I do not have alcohol with me tonight.
I'll make up for you.
Thank you. Please do. Drink twice as much for me.
Oh
yeah. Hello everyone. It's Thursday, and Scott is back. It's like he wants to be here for some reason. Like I emailed him, and he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?"
I'll get tired of you guys soon enough. Don't worry.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely better with 4. I think 4 is like the magic number.
Yep.
Because then if something happens where 3 of us are having a brain fart, one person might not, and if you have 5 or 6, then I think it's just clutter. And it gets kind of whatever.
Was Gabe gone today?
Yeah. Gabe was busy with something tonight, so
yeah,
he'll be back. I think next week. He said. But anyway, yeah. I said this exact thing before we started.
I am cold. I was just telling them I moved all my computer stuff downstairs, and we don't keep the heater on downstairs, so it's like 60 something down here.
Oh, that's chilly.
So I have my jacket on.
We'll let you know if we can see your breath.
I'm too much of a cheap ass to turn the heater on.
I feel you. I was wearing a hoodie downstairs, so it was cold, and I came up here and was like, that's kind of warm because at least I'm upstairs.
It's pretty decent here. I'm happy, but anyway, yeah, and it's supposed to get really cold next week for Texas.
Yeah, for Texas.
Here too. Here in South Florida, people are starting to get a little nervous already.
Really?
Dang.
Are you supposed to get a freeze?
Not well. So one of the forecasts I saw did have some freezing weather, but a few of the others were just right on the line. So
okay.
Yeah.
I think
either way, it's going to be cold for South Florida. So.
I thought I saw they're predicting as low as like 20 degrees for us.
Jeez.
So that's pretty
that
legit.
low.
Yeah, that's what I think that was the latest one I saw was 20. So that's pretty darn cold for Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not for a few more days, so we will survive for a few more days. Anyway, it's 2025. Oh my god.
Somehow.
Dude, that came really fast.
We were just in Pittsburgh. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah.
Like that was last week, right? No.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. Jeez, man. Yeah, it's been insanely fast. What month was that we went to Pittsburgh? Was that during the summer?
It was July, right? July or August.
Was it that long ago?
Oh my god. Okay.
I think so.
It could be. Well.
Yeah. The season went by quick.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I know, right? Now Texas will probably be messed up for a while. Actually,
I don't think they're going to let that happen again.
I don't know if it's a matter of them letting anything happen.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, incompetence.
Granted, when the power went out, the weather here was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was a legit anomaly for Texas weather, but they are stupid as hell and are like, we're going to have our own electric system because we're so cool, and then run it by a bunch of dumbasses.
See you in Cabo.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
the exploding trees part definitely sucked last time, but that was because it was freezing rain and it was cold.
Yeah. That was an actual ice storm.
There's still trees in my yard that I never did anything about that have branches that were messed up from that storm.
Did you see that thumbs up thing?
It's a Mac thing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
It adds a thumbs up.
What happens?
It'll react. Yeah.
When you did that, a little icon showed up above your hand and
really?
There it is.
Yeah. That's cool.
What if you do a heart? Does it do a heart?
Oh,
I'm gonna laugh at it.
What happens if you do this?
You get a frowny face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, my Mac, if you do that, it'll do. Well,
no. All right. Well.
You're not. Sorry, Chuck. I don't have the touch.
Oh, lordy.
None of those work. Damn.
No, dang. Well, anyway, so let's see what's going on. we are going to be low on inventory very shortly here. In fact, we already kind of are. Josh and I spent the entire day trying to find cars, and there's nothing out there. It is slim pickings.
It is slim.
Which, if it continues to be as slim pickings as it is, I actually have a prediction, which no one's alike, is the prices are going to go up. Because there's so few cars on the market that people are going to be able to command more.
Well, there are a lot of cars on the market, but they are cars that have been on the market for a really long time that are overpriced.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no new cars coming in.
Well, the new cars that get priced appropriately sell instantaneously, like within a couple days.
Yeah.
And so the cars you're seeing are like just Oh, someone on Instagram said, got a yellow 430 you can buy. Send us an email. We would absolutely be interested. So
that'd be cool. I don't think I've seen a yellow one in person.
There's actually surprisingly few yellow 430s.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, it's interesting because they did a ton of yellow 360s, but very few 430s. And it's funny is I actually think the 360 looks great in yellow and the 430 looks kind of strange in yellow.
I agree.
I don't know what it is. They're not even that different of looking cars, but
is it just because you don't see them very often?
Maybe. Like I don't know.
I agree with you though. I don't like the look of a yellow 430 for some reason.
Yeah, but the 360
and I like
looks
yellow
great.
cars. Yeah,
the 360 looks great in yellow. It's strange. I don't know. So, oh, go ahead.
How about for some of the lower tier market cars like Corvettes and Mustangs and some of the Porsches? How's the inventory for that? How's the market for that?
It's still challenging. The cars that are out there again are kind of priced pretty high.
It's the same problem. There's not as much inventory, so there's a lot of buyers, and they run the price up because some places make money off of the financing side, so they can pay more for a wholesale deal.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of bigger dealers buying up a lot of the cheaper cars because they're not making anything on the new cars anymore.
Across the board.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. So it's strange out there. Well, we have in inventory right now, we have that C6 Grand Sport, the Centennial Edition with like 13,500-ish miles. The G-Wagon sold.
Oh,
so
wow.
Gone.
That's fast.
Yeah, that looked, again, once we put it up for, we only had it up like once we finally got it listed, it sold pretty darn quick. The 458 with the silver roof has a deposit again.
Uh-oh. That's twice now, Dan.
Oh, crap.
Dan's grid is already going down.
There it is. All right. I guess the cold front's hitting my router. I was saying the 458 with the silver roof has a deposit again.
That's gonna be one of those nights.
Oh,
dang it! Jeez,
brutal. Yeah.
Tyler, take a drink every time Dan freezes.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Make this interesting.
I'm gonna need more bourbon up here.
I'll continue what he was saying. We have another 458 that's going to be ready to sell in the next day or two. That's a red black car that's pretty nice with 27K on it. We have the GT 500. We have the Clown Shoe 99 Z3 or M Coupe, sorry, with 21,000 miles on that one. And I think that's it.
I can't imagine that BMW hanging around too long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's expensive for an old BMW. It's pricey, but it's low mile and it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't realize how much those have gone up in value because I used to buy those cars for like 10 grand all the time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, there's been quite a few people that asked about the M Coupe, and as soon as they found out the price, like, oh, they're that much now, and we're like, yeah.
Well, granted, ours only has 21,000 miles, and it's all original. It's unmodified, so
right.
It's very hard to find something like that, especially one that's not been modified. You know, so it's probably it's significantly more expensive than a 60,000 mile modified car.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we basically looked at all the auctions and stuff that had transacted for retail on those, and we kind of said, all right, here's approximately what they've been selling for, and we took that and subtracted $10,000, and that's what we listed ours at.
The cool thing about that car is when you get in and it has that smell. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, you know that smell of an old BMW. It's spot on.
Mm-hmm.
And old BMWs too, like the trim starts falling apart, and you know the paint will peel off of the plastics, and just stupid shit on old BMWs. Well, this has none of that. It's like a brand new car, like a time capsule inside. It's pretty cool. The seats are even like nice and matte finish on the leather and everything. It's cool.
Yeah, Hoovy has the exact same car, except for his went underwater for a while.
Saltwater. Yeah.
There's that.
That'd be a fun comparison video.
Yeah.
Like, driving back to back and see what's like screwed up on the suspension.
Yeah, see how much different it is.
Yeah, we
Like-
plan on putting it on BAT if it doesn't sell in a week or two.
Yeah, we basically knew we bought that car knowing it's a good auction car, because it's one of those that an enthusiast will understand what it's worth and immediately be like, "Yep, that's a great price."
Yeah.
But like all the regular guys who just want a cool M coupe don't understand it. This is like more in the collector's grade versus a like, you know, regular old M coupe. Because I mean, we've seen so many of them come up, and they're always thrashed or high miles or modified with some horrible whatever bull crap on it, you know, aftermarket wheels or some things, or you know, who knows who'll be the U-boat captain.
I think that goes to Tavares. Hoovy's like the tugboat captain.
I would say more like dinghy.
There you go.
Said with love, right?
Oh yeah.
It's on our website. I hate saying prices and videos, because then someone will watch the video like 6 months later and be like, I want it for that price. We're like, dude, that was months ago. So go to our website, ngsupercars.com, and then you can find the listing. But well, shoot, what was it? Oh, Josh and I are going to go to the Barrett Jackson Scottsdale.
Oh, cool. You're both going?
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyone else who's going to be there, I'll be there. I'm actually going early. Well, technically not early, because it actually runs for a full week, which is insane. But I'm going earlier than Josh. I'm going a few days before Josh, because the Ferrari Club of the Southwest whatever region is invited me to speak at a at a dinner.
All right.
I'm like, all right, what do you want me to talk about? And they're like, we don't know. And I'm like, okay, great. So I gotta think of something.
Have you yet? You got any ideas?
I mean, they mentioned maybe talking about conversions, talking about how the hell I got here. You know, because I got like, for me, it's my story, but I guess other people find it fascinating to go from being a software nerd to running a YouTube channel and dealership, which is kind of insane. Oh, Steve, are you going to be? So, admittedly, my time is going to be a little bit tight. I've got a kind of tight schedule. Are you going to be anywhere near the auctions in Scottsdale or something like that? Because if so, then absolutely we should have a beer. Well, actually not. Well, we should have lunch.
Yeah, a beer. You can have a non-alcoholic beer.
No,
that's what I told him.
Heineken Zero's not that bad.
No.
Have you tried it, Tyler?
Yeah.
Does it taste pretty much the same?
The ones that are alcohol removed taste better than the no alcohol beers.
Alcohol removed?
Is the Heineken one removed?
Yeah.
How do they remove?
How do they do that?
A multi-million-dollar machine that pulls the alcohol out.
Okay.
But it's actually brewed like normal beer, and then
Dan, fill me in.
How does it stay carbonated?
they carbonate it after.
Oh, okay.
It's all that beer is forced carbonated. So
Is it?
yeah.
What's going on with the non-alcoholic conversation? Is someone trying to abstain? Dan, what's come over you?
I'm challenging myself, no particular reason. I just said, you know what? I'm getting to an age where alcohol is not agreeing with me more than it agrees with me.
Wow.
So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try and abstain from alcohol for all of 2025.
That should be your topic that you talk about in the.
Yeah.
That's the
Why I'm
entire-
grumpy. I stopped
Why,
drinking.
why am I pissed off?
Why are you the way you are? What happened?
Well, and to make me more grouchy, I'm doing keto again for at least a couple months.
Yeah, it's fine though.
I don't believe that.
The keto is way harder than the alcohol. The alcohol, because the
Especially
alcohol,
traveling. Yeah.
the traveling is the worst. The traveling, like trying to remain keto when you're on the road, is impossible because everything's carbs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like everything, especially anything fast, is definitely carbs. So, yeah. The meat part's easy. It's all everything's in a sandwich or French fries or potatoes of some sort, you know. So it's just
Or coated. Everything's coated with
it's coated with
it's
sugar
coated.
something.
Yep.
You know, it's like you can only eat like eggs and bacon so many times before you're like, okay. Like at first you're like, yes, eggs and bacon, and after like, you know, the 75th time you've had it in a row, you're like, eggs and bacon.
I was on Reddit and there's a funny subreddit where it's like hypothetical situations.
Okay.
And one of them that I read was like, if I pay you $10,000 a day, you have to eat an entire pizza every single day for a whole year.
God.
Oh,
You have the whole day to eat it,
oh, God.
and you
No.
have to finish that pizza
Whew.
How big?
every day for a whole
Yeah.
year. No
Oh,
exceptions.
Yeah, no thanks. That's not worth $3 million.
that's yeah.
I feel like I
$3
can do
million.
it, guys. I feel like I can do it.
I mean,
I feel
I'm
like
sure
I could do it.
I think I could do it, but I think I would. It might shorten your life by a couple of years.
Yeah. Is it
Like-
8-inch personal pan here? Are we talking
yeah,
like
yeah. Like,
That's
They
right.
inch
just
large.
said like a medium size, like Domino's or whatever size, and it said before you start, you can pick what pizza it is, what's on it, all of that stuff. You can
Okay.
pick that.
can you change it each day at least?
You can't change it. It has to be the
Yeah.
same every day.
Ooh.
Once you pick, that's it.
I mean, I feel like because you're gonna like have a limited range of nutrients, you kind of almost have to
Well,
get.
you got to get a veggie pizza. Or
you got to,
something,
yeah,
right?
you got to get some
Yeah.
veggies and
Gotta be a
stuff. Otherwise-
Supreme or something.
I
Because
think
you're-
ahead.
at first you're like, ooh, like get the, you know,
And the stipulation was, if you don't finish for any reason, you lose, and you have to pay for all the pizza that you ate up to that point.
Yeah, see, no, because like day 300, you just be like, fuck this, I'm done. I don't care.
yeah, no. Mm,
I've got to check that Reddit out. That's
no.
That's funny.
It's a pretty funny. There's some interesting ones that come on there and make you think like, huh, I wonder if I could do that.
Jeez, that sounds rough. I don't remember how long did the Supersize Me. How long did he do Mickey D's? Was
Oh,
it?
jeez.
Wasn't
How
it
long-
100 days?
It wasn't long, and
It
he
wasn't
didn't
that
die.
long. I was
I want
saying
to say it was 100 days.
Yeah, he did not die though.
no. Well, he did die. He's dead, but not because of that.
Yeah, not
Oh,
because
did
of
he?
it.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't know
died.
that.
He died like I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something.
Damn,
Yeah.
math takes another one.
Right?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I don't.
Someone
Why
said he
did
was an alcoholic. I think that sounds
Oh.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should
I
go
mean-
to Strad Pizza, but it's
God.
still not open. Dude, that sucks, man.
Is he opening a pizza place or something?
Yeah. In
Yeah,
Scottsdale.
Stradman is in Scottsdale.
Really?
Yeah, it's called
Why would he want to
Strad.
get into that business?
Dude,
Yeah.
Right?
We had this discussion. But
yeah,
Oh,
you were,
God.
I think it was
Fuck
2 weeks
that.
ago when you weren't here. We totally talked about this. We're like, why? Like, this just sounds like a terrible idea.
yeah.
He
Restaurants
probably
are
had
not
a friend
really
that
making
talked
money.
him into it.
He did,
Text-
yeah. He had some friends who like
Yeah.
wanted to do it, and
He probably thinks his name is going to bring in customers, but it's going to be few and far between.
I mean, like, I don't see an association between like a YouTuber and pizza unless it's like one of the like food YouTubers, you know?
Yeah. Well, especially in a different state.
different state.
Yeah, yeah, in a different state.
He doesn't even have the homegrown hero. Hook.
Yeah. It's
Well, nobody knows who. I mean, he's got a lot of followers, but generally speaking, nobody really knows who he is.
Yeah, in the large scheme.
Well,
so. I mean, basically, it's like you're just another pizza place. You better hope your pizza's really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Steve.
See you, Steve.
See ya.
Perhaps he's not leaning so hard into it, even though it is named Strat Pizza. Perhaps he's just trying to develop.
Right? Maybe he's just doing marketing for them or
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thoughts on the 65% finished Strad house in Utah? I think
Is it for sale or something?
No, I don't.
Oh,
He talked about it, and it was clickbait, and so anytime now that his videos have gotten really clickbaity lately.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, no, man, I'm not gonna watch this.
well,
Like,
he's got a lot of overhead. He's got to pay his bills.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that the house he built was like, personally, me just laying this out there. Like, if I was making huge amounts of money, mostly because of YouTube, I would be very scared to commit to long-term loans and long-term things. I would want to be either buying everything in cash or investing tons of that money. Because I don't see YouTube, like, if you're making most of your money because of your YouTube fame, that fame's going to go away at some point. Like, think about any TV show you've ever watched. At some point, people stop watching.
Yep.
So that was part of my thing, is I never wanted to be reliant on YouTube as my primary source of income, because I felt like it was too fleeting.
My fear for channels like his, and again, I don't dislike him at all, but I just feel like there's a lot of his followers will age out or get tired, and like I'm not sure the supercar thing will keep replenishing with new, not on like DDE and Stradman level channels. I don't know if they're replenishing as fast as they might age out of it or mature out of it.
Yeah, that's actually a really valid point, is like his demographics definitely skew young.
Yeah.
And as those people become more adults and stuff, they might not be as into like the high energy, very ADD style of vlogging. The funny thing for us is our demographic is skewed older, but it's like our demographic is like 35 to like 65. so I
would say more like 80.
Well, I mean,
we get messages from old dudes all the time saying, "Hey guys,
oh yeah. Well, I mean, but our strongest demo is 35 to 65. Like, so actually, I think it's, believe it or not, the 55 to 65 demo might be our strongest. If it's not, it's the 45 to 55. I think, yeah, that's it. It's the 45 to 55 demo. But basically, it's like 25%, 25%, 25%, and then the last 25% is spread out at the very ends. And our teenager or less age group is like 2%. Like, kids just don't watch us.
We're not cool enough for those dudes.
No.
They want donuts, not wrenches.
I always love when like someone there'll be a parent who like gets mad and sends me a message like, "Hey, you need to like watch what you're doing because my kids watch these videos." And I'm like, they aren't my primary demo. Sorry, man. Like, I mean, I'm it's not that I'm trying to be an ass, but like, I cater to adults. You know, this channel was always meant to be adult oriented.
Not enough LED lights.
Yeah. See, here we like all these people listing their ages. No one's young here, and said with love, as someone who's not young. Look, all right, I'm not. Yeah, I can get sponsorships from Fidelity and Pfizer.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Why not? Pfizer probably pays a lot of money.
Yeah.
Dude, give me the little purple pills or whatever, man.
Shit. Get some Liberty Mutual.
You'll be strong, you know.
Some diabetes drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got a guy that's 18. There we go.
Hey,
Oh,
I mean, you're dragging down the whole average for us. Thank you.
Cheers to that.
You're singly responsible for dragging down our average. Thank you. So cars. Oh yeah, cars.
Yeah, there's Hugh coming in. Coming in.
Is that
clutch.
Hugh?
That's
He
He's
said
not
he was
here.
filling in. He said he was filling in for Hugh tonight. So I'm assuming.
Okay. That's
He has reciprocity. Yeah, after all.
it's reciprocity. Yeah. There you go.
Reverse
Yeah.
mortgage.
We've been so we looked and looked for cars. There was nothing. We've sent out a lot of contacts. We had a negotiation for a car that we wanted to buy, and then like after we agreed on a price, like, oh, and by the way, here's a picture of some serious damage to the car. And we're like, dude,
What's a jitterbug?
It's,
dude,
it's
you remember
phone
that?
that
That's
just has like
phone.
it just has like 4 buttons on it for
It's the boomer cell phone.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Thanks, Mousetrap. Dan remembers the boat you bought. Yeah, that thing. Oh boy, that was a money pit. All the boats are money pits. Interested in 991.1 Turbo S, less than 3K mile. I mean,
That's a cool car, but it's probably
Yep.
not.
What's the DME report?
seriously,
Well, that car only came in a PDK, so it shouldn't matter. But yeah,
That's funny.
the problem with that's going to be I don't think there's hardly any margin. So I mean, yes, we'd buy it for the right price, but you're probably not wanting to sell it to us for what it is for us to want to buy it.
Mm.
So we have not really sold any Euro spec Ferraris. We don't actively seek them out. I mean, first of all, we've only sold, I think, 2 355s and 0 550s. So
the Euro spec cars are a little harder to sell, I think.
stupid. Sorry, my internet. I don't know what's going on tonight.
We didn't lose you that time.
You didn't?
It just glipped for a minute.
Just switch a
Oh,
little bit.
okay. I lost it.
Oh,
Dan, are y'all expecting to find anything that you can buy and sell for the dealership at Barrett Jackson, or because I take that as more of a public auction that most
Right.
dealers wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, last year there were some deals on some Ferraris, so we figured we'll at least try because I think there's 12 Ferraris there this year,
all right.
Interesting.
but a
I guess
couple of them are
there's always gonna be
SF90s and 296s and stuff like that we wouldn't buy. But
I think the
We'll
catch
see.
is because it's no reserve, every once in a while, a car just kind of slips through the cracks.
Yeah.
And so, like the last Barrett auction, that 575, it's locked up again. Okay, there it
There you
goes.
go. You're back.
All right, that
Right.
my old 575 actually sold at the last Barrett for only like 105.
Wow.
So I mean, stuff like that. If we could see that, 100%, we'd be buying that.
Yeah.
If I'd have known that was going for only 105, I would have bought that every day.
I think this is probably the Speciale.
Yeah.
It's in the 5s.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I
Done
can
a couple
change-
of cars in the 3s.
I'm gonna try. You know, what I'm gonna pop off for a second and lower my frame rate to 720 instead of 1080.
Okay.
Since I'm struggling.
You have to jump off to do that. Can't you just go to settings and change it?
No.
I can do it on mine. You just click settings, go to camera, and select 720.
Maybe it can. Okay, hold on.
Live troubleshooting. Hey, there you go.
All right, we'll see if that works.
It definitely like reloaded your video. So
Yeah, it flickered. So
All
okay. See if that helps at all.
nope.
Nope.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Now we just get a worse quality still image of you.
Yep.
Oh man, it's
Yeah,
awful,
there's-
Tell Ash to stop playing Fortnite or whatever.
right?
All of these auctions, there's always cars in the parking lot with for sale signs in them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bet.
Oh, speaking of
Oh,
Ash,
that's badass, actually.
That's
oh,
cool.
that's cool. That's cool.
I was actually going to go there today. And
Oh
check
yeah,
it
yeah. Oh yeah. Tell us
I was
about your
out
little adventure today.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, I realize I haven't driven my 360 anywhere in like since before Christmas. And so I want to get out in it. And I just was either like going to go to Miami and look at curated, or I also have been interested in Backdraft since we started talking about them again a couple weeks ago. So I drove up to Boynton Beach and took a little look at the factory and spoke with one of the guys that sat in it first and foremost to see if I could even fit. The last Cobra I had been in was one that was about 40, a kit from 40 years ago. So things have changed. It was quite comfortable. I was very impressed with them all. A lot of fun to pull up in there and see the stacks of cars just ready to get finished and sold out. It's a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. The pictures you sent were pretty neat.
Yeah, I was taking some pictures. But I spoke a lot to the guy there. He was obviously more than happy to kind of talk about how things run and how they get them from South Africa and pull them all apart and rebuild them. And I know it's pretty nice operation they've got going up there. And they're just 20 minutes up the road from me. So
That's cool.
Yeah, they were interested in the Ferrari.
Of course.
Well, so it's Ferrari versus a lot of Fords.
Yeah.
In that parking lot.
Yeah. I was watching this video this morning. And it was really interesting. I don't remember how I got to this video. I don't know if it's someone linked it or I saw a post about it somewhere. Anyway, they were talking about this YouTube family that did, like kind of like a family vlog, right? And there was a psychologist talking about how psychiatrist, I don't remember. Psychiatrist, because they called themselves doctor, unless they have a PhD. I don't know. Anyway, someone who purports to be some sort of expert was talking about how bad the idea of doing a family vlog is and having your kids on YouTube. And it was really interesting because, like, for me, having a child and having doing a YouTube channel for 8+ years now, like I definitely was like, oh yeah, like I could see where the points they were making were really valid, because they're like the YouTube grind takes over, right? Especially if you're vlogging, because it's not like a normal job where you go to your job and then you come home and then you're home, right? Vlogging is like, it's always wherever you are is potential content, right? So it's a 24/7 job. And what they're saying is like these kids, it's for them, they don't know when it's like doing things for content versus doing things for real. And the parents start pushing them to do things that might generate better content. So then they're doing things that aren't necessarily good for them. And so like this video was talking about how this girl was a part of this family and the mother got arrested for child abuse.
Oh shit.
For like against her family when she was vlogging them. And the girl was like talking in court about how she would get bribed to be overly dramatic and react negatively or do like whatever, like to create content basically.
Yeah.
And she's like, it really messes you up because you start thinking like these are the things I should be doing, even though it's like encouraging bad behavior. So anyway, it was a really fascinating video. And it really was like, it reinforced in my mind, which Meg and I both had made a conscious decision of, like, Ash will not be a part of our content, period. Like, he might incidentally show up on a live stream or I might pan across him, but I'm like, I will never purposely shove my kid in a video for the purpose of trying to generate content. Like it just, even though like you can see where like having a cute little kid running around is a gold mine.
Oh yeah.
Like he does all these cute things. I'm like, oh yeah, this would be great content. But I'm like, not doing it.
Well, I can tell you because my kids have watched a few of those videos of those families, and those videos are horrendous. They are so bad.
They're bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah,
I make them turn them off when they play that crap. I'm like, I don't care about the Goon Squad family. I really don't. Please turn it off.
It's messed up. Like it's really like I mean in a way I feel like no one under the age of 18 should be focused as a point in a YouTube content.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just
It's one of those modern day kitty beauty pageants.
yeah. Well, and
Mhm.
like think about how brutal comments are when you're an adult running a YouTube channel. I mean, it's awful. Like every single day of my life, I'm told awful things.
And
Every
just my
single day.
egg. That's
And
just
yeah, and that's just from my wife. But then I read the comments. No, I mean seriously, but then it's like, holy crap! How is a teenager or a preteen supposed to digest this?
Yep.
You know, like, ooh, that is just. Anyway, I know it's like dark, but I haven't watched that video this morning while I was getting ready for the day, and I was like, man, that hit home. So.
Yeah.
I don't like this new non-drinking Dan. Sorry.
That's good stuff.
I still have the 356 too, by the way.
Oh yeah. We got yeah, man. Geez, we need to get more Corvettes because those seem to be okay.
Is there good interest on the Century
I'm
Edition or whatever?
gunning for a ZR1.
We've been
Z6.
trying for ZR1 forever.
Yeah, I got to decide if I want one of those or not.
I mean, are you gonna buy it and keep it?
Maybe at some point I will. I want to try one first.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
a C8?
C6
C6 ZR1.
is my favorite Corvette.
I really love the look of the C6. I think the C6 was the
Yeah.
best looking Corvette generation, in my opinion. But a ZL1
Oh,
Camaro,
damn,
I don't know.
I don't like Camaros.
Yeah,
I guess probably because there's too many of them out there. They're everywhere.
I'd
The
rather have
ZL1 is a cool car. It's fast. It's
actually, you know
capable.
what I would love to have? I thought about this the other day. I would love to go find a completely wrecked GT500 modern, like current generation GT500 and turn it into just a total track car. Like
That'd
get
be
rid of
cool.
all the creature comforts, no sound deadening, no seats other than the driver's seat, like, and then just track the hell out of it. I think that'd be
fun.
super
This is a
fun.
good question, and I struggle to answer this because it's
Ooh.
a hard question to answer.
Hey, clown shoe.
I mean, I'm leaning towards the S2000.
No.
Yeah,
Mm,
I love
that's a
old
hard one.
BMWs, but I don't know. I like the way
No.
the S2000 drives better.
Boo. You chose poorly.
Yeah.
The ergonomics of the S2000 are really interesting and fun to use while you're driving it.
Yeah,
But I think having
the lack of torque just kills
I mean,
it.
the clown shoe's not that quick.
It's not, but it just
it's actually, I think it's the same horsepower or close.
it might be slower. I wouldn't be surprised if it's slower than the S2000, but the problem I have with the S2000 is unless it's above like 5,000 RPMs, it's dead.
So keep it
Yeah.
above 5,000.
but that's just not. I
That's
mean,
maddening in a daily. It's maddening to do
but
that.
there's also a second problem, which is even like unless it's up above 5,000 RPMs, it sounds like ass. At least the
I'm not going to
BMW
argue. I'm not going to
sounds
argue with you there.
awesome.
Yeah.
The BMW sounds phenomenal. Like that straight six sounds incredible in that car. Yes, right here. C6 ZR1. We need
Yeah,
one.
that's I want one. It's either got to be blue, that blue
That-
that they made, or the dark gray for me.
Yeah.
I know y'all have traditionally stayed away from like project cars or salvage rebuilds or anything. Have
Yeah.
y'all ever considered or reconsidered getting one, even if it's just a light job and running through it?
It's tough because they don't make money, and unfortunately our channel's not really known for that, so it doesn't really
Sure.
get views. It's like we've tried it a few times, and it just like I bought that GT500, that older Mustang, thinking, okay, I'm gonna turn this into a drag car and kind of relive my roots and do a project car. And the views were so awful that I was like, well, that's not gonna happen. Like no reason I'm gonna throw money at this.
Well, that's a severe departure from the cars that you had been. Like that was a 180. Like you've slowly started introducing the new GT3 500s you had
Yeah.
on, and you showed the Corvette a couple times. You're dipping your toe in that
Yeah.
more slow progressive rate. But that GT 500 you have was like a 180. So
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's valid. I mean, I'm look, if we could have a project car and have it do really well on the channel and have it not be a total money pit, because the other problem is most project cars, you don't ever get your money back.
Yeah.
Right. So the only reason YouTubers can do these crazy project cars is because they don't make money on the car, they make money on the videos. And the problem for us is we don't make money on the videos. Like we make maybe $2,000 a month.
Yep.
And that's like a great month for us on YouTube.
So click the like button, click subscribe,
Right?
share the video with your
If
friends.
we could, I mean,
I
honestly,
agree with this. Oh, sorry to cut you off.
that's right.
For the same money, yes, the M2 is a much better car.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I
it
would
is.
say just get a 135i, an early one with a manual, and modify it, and you can get like 600 horsepower out of those and put suspension on it and be a pretty cool car.
I 100% can see this where if Hoovy
not-
steps
yeah.
out of
It's not just Hoovy; it's any channel. They step
Right.
outside of their boundaries.
not
They get-
entirely. There's one YouTuber I can think of who's done all sorts of crap and everyone still watches it, and that's Cletus.
Well, okay, yeah,
Like it doesn't matter. Like we said, we watched him pour concrete.
yeah, I know, yeah.
I mean,
But his
his-
MO
his-
is not just cars, it's like his life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a lifestyle
like-
channel.
that's the thing. Well, so he's clearly like a drag racing channel. It's primarily drag racing, but his personality is so interesting that you don't care.
Yep.
Right? Because you're really watching because you enjoy his person. And to his credit, he's built all these other guys that are also really likable.
Yep.
Like George and all these other guys on the channel, you really like them. I mean, they're just good, funny. You can tell, like those guys. Like, talk about a group of guys that literally goes to work and just has a damn fun time each day and makes money.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, Dan, you and I know as well as anybody that everything you see on camera is good and fun, but when the cameras are off, you're actually doing real work that kind of
Yeah.
sucks sometimes. And I'm
Yeah.
sure those guys are doing the same thing. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
all fun and games for them.
Yeah. Well, look at all the crazy crap they're doing. They're working hard.
Yeah.
You can
Oh
tell.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like they're definitely
all the cameras they're putting up and maintaining, and like just the production aspect of the stuff
Yeah.
they're doing on top of
Well, they can
not just
also,
their
they
phones,
probably have a film crew and everything. I'm
oh
sure.
well
that they
no.
pay.
Do you realize so
all
like,
their people film. Yeah.
well, so they got like 3-4 guys that are kind of like the primary guys you see on it. And
Yeah.
if you watch when they like have cameras accidentally pan across them, they're literally doing it with GoPros and cell phones.
Yep.
Like
Oh, wow.
that's the craziest thing is their production level is really low.
Yeah. Well, but they'll have 3, 4, 5 GoPros in one car doing
Right.
drag
Well, if they
runs,
do like a car challenge, they'll have multiple camera angles and
Yeah.
whatever.
so
but-
I don't know, it's just a lot of back end stuff you're not seeing on top of everything else.
Right,
that they
right.
gotta do. But yeah, no, it's
It's just interesting. I always
is.
like analyze the YouTube perspective of these other YouTube channels, right? Because I'm like, all right, well, how are they doing this? How are they accomplishing that?
Mhm.
Honestly, I don't want to do a second channel because it's so hard to start one channel. I haven't even hit 100,000 on this channel. So
Yeah, it'd be different if you had multi-million subscribers.
yeah, if I had 1 million subscribers, I could start another channel and then within a week have 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'd do it all day long.
Yep.
But right now, I have not even 100,000 subscribers. I started another channel and I tell people to go watch it, and I might get like 1,000 subs, maybe. Right, and it's gonna be like now I have this second channel. I have to start from scratch again. It's like, oh, like honestly,
I've
if you
seen a
told-
few. I've seen a few YouTubers that are pretty big try to do the second channel, and they don't get the traction
Yeah,
that you would
it's
think they
hard.
get. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think about how much work I have to put in just to do one channel, and then you want me to do another channel, like double the amount of editing and videotape and all this stuff. Hell no.
Well, they all have editors at that point too.
Right, right. Yeah, we're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, comment on Instagram. Someone saying, "Happy New Year, guys. Hope you have a happy and successful 2025." Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. How is the store doing? It's done better since we changed it over to Shopify, and we need to hire someone to take over the store. That is one of the goals of 2025. Need to grow the store, and the only way that's going to happen is to have someone focused on it. So we're going to be pushing that soon. Yeah. A normal guy, health nut. First I get a vasectomy, then I'm dry in 2025. And I am not the model of health. I don't think people want to take health advice.
Uh-oh.
Yep, he's dead again.
Weird. I can hear you guys, but
You're back.
Yeah.
Talk about 458s or health, and you cut out, and it's just bad juju, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. All the boys doing back to 100%. Pretty solid. Things are. I can pretty much. I would say it's at 95%. What software do I use for editing? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah, well, no, that's not true. Hoovy has a camera guy now, and he has, I believe
Doesn't he have an editor too?
I think
Someone edits his
I
videos
think
for
someone
him.
edits the April's Garage stuff. I think he might still edit.
He
his
mentioned
own.
it in a video that his editor. He said
Yeah.
my editor.
So I think he has someone helping out with the secondary stuff, but not his primary channel. So, but you can tell he's got someone filming for him now because he's got moving third-party shots, right? Because he traditionally would just set up a tripod and then it was a static shot, right? But now you can see he's got someone clearly moving around. So this is all fairly new stuff. Hot programmer must know COBOL. Oh Lord. Only us computer nerds would get that. Yeah. Well, to be fair, by day 3, the pain is pretty reasonable. You're able to like do a lot of things. You just can't be like running around and like I still haven't gone back on my Peloton, for example. Like I'm still a little bit nervous about because especially more than I don't know, running would be pretty bad too. but the Peloton's kind of squishing everything in there, so oh man. So there you go. Bobby edits his main channel. Whoever Bobby is. So nuts. Yeah. Cashews.
Oh my god.
We should sell bobbleheads? I don't know. I don't think of what.
Do Mo.
Oh, Mo would be good. I'd
Yeah.
say no one wants my ugly face on a bobblehead.
You get one with every Ferrari you buy from me, it'd be funny.
We could do a Enzo bobblehead. They'll
Yeah.
call him Fenzo or something.
There you
So
go.
they can't come after us.
Yeah. All right, here we go. A car question. I want your thoughts on what you think the 2017 plus second gen Audi R8 V10's future collectability will be in 10 years.
Not as collectible as a gated first gen R8.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that collectible. Look at the Huracans.
Fair.
It's a Huracan that's uglier.
There's more R8s than there are Huracans, I believe, too.
Right.
They're plentiful.
It's
They
not
are cool cars. They are cool cars, though.
but I don't think it's collectible. I don't think it's going to hold
no.
its value. It's an Audi, Are you looking at any McLarens or hard pass? Yeah, we do look at McLarens. We're just way more picky about those than Ferraris.
We looked at a 720 and a 600 LT the other day.
And they went for way more than we were willing to pay.
That's the problem.
All right.
Is S2000 collectible? I would say yes if it's low miles and not modified, which there's so few of those unmodified ones out there.
with the prices of the MC20 coming down, are they worth it now? No, it's a Maserati.
Yeah. And they're still probably going to keep coming down for a while. So
Yeah. Once they go down to like 120 or so, okay. That's the
But
price
still-
point. Which,
it's
even
still a
then,
Maserati though.
They're so pretty though. Oh,
They
man.
are.
Great.
They are.
looking car.
Seen Through Glass had a good video on it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, just go watch his video after we're done. Give us
Yeah, I
40 more
remember he
minutes.
was like, these buttons feel super cheap. You know, he ripped it
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Well, he's
but-
just like, there's no soul. Like, I don't know. I won't use his words against him, but
Yeah.
I don't think it looks aggressive enough. I think it looks kind of plain, to be honest. It does
Really?
look good,
it's pretty.
but it's a
not
little
aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of boring when you compare it to all the new supercars, I guess. I don't
Dang
know.
it. So I know you guys can't see it, but on Instagram, there was someone came in and it was just like rapid fire commenting, and then like, oh, we didn't respond to them. They're like, peace out.
Oh, well,
Oops. Oh well. Anyway. Let's see here.
Yeah, BB's right. Damn.
That's pretty valid.
It's pretty accurate, though.
I mean, to be fair, for the right price, we definitely want certain McLarens, but
I don't know. After Tyler's experience with everything, I'm gun
It's
still
shy.
It's
such
scary.
a good driving car. It's just,
I know. I love
It's
that
such a
car. But
shame.
God damn it.
yeah,
It's-
it's beautiful. It's just the maintenance factors.
Yeah.
it's not like it's little things, you know. Like if
Yeah.
it would be one thing if it's like, oh, it has little problems
Right.
that okay, you gotta fix this
well,
here.
the
and
other
fix
thing
it
too
there.
is like Tyler, there was a lot of times when your car was being fixed and you wanted it to go on a drive or something, and it's like, sorry, it's in the shop. It's like that.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yep.
I don't
yeah.
mind fixing stuff when it breaks, but if it takes it out for a month,
Yeah.
no thanks.
That was the other problem. Yeah, your repairs were very long duration.
Well, and some of it was even stupid stuff. Like the repair took all of 3 minutes, but you had to get a computer to do the damn reset afterwards, and that took a
Right.
month to get someone from Dallas or someone to come. Like,
Yeah.
it just,
Ugh.
if you're gonna buy a McLaren, buy one of the Russian diag code computers that's Vinlocked to your car, and just sell it with the car. That way, you can do all that shit yourself.
Not a bad idea.
$600, not too bad.
Yeah, at some point I feel like we need to buy one of the computers that can do McLarens just so we can do
Yeah,
McLaren stuff. But I would say I first would want to get enough business doing service work on Ferraris to where if we had a full-time tech doing nothing but Ferrari service, then I'd be like, all right, let's use some of that money and try and get a McLaren tech.
Yep.
And try and see if we can book him full-time, right? But we're just
I
not.
know March wants to do like, he wants to have a like pop-up shop in Austin for a couple of years until he can open a shop here. So maybe you
That'd
could
be
use
cool.
you, rent your spot for the
Yeah,
weekend or
it's
something.
tough though because with only 2 lifts right now, we kind of
Well, yeah.
really need to do things that
If,
really make.
if we
up.
had somebody that I knew and was cool, and they had a place in Austin, they worked on McLarens, I'd feel much better about owning one. But
And come 2026, 2027, when March opens a shop here, I think it'll be a different conversation. But
yeah,
yeah,
Mm.
it's gonna.
this is a good question. The main reason we don't do that is because you have to have a special financing license in order to do
Mhm.
that, and it's like pull your pants down and bend over. They're going to do a cavity search to approve you for the finance licenses. OCCC is the name of the place that does
It's
that.
also kind of interesting, but like you can make money on the financing, but it's not a tremendous amount.
Well, the dealerships that make money on the back end do it in volume.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like they're financing so many cars, they make 1,000 or 1,500 a car, and they sell 10 or 15 a day. I mean, it adds up pretty quick. For us, if we do one a week or something, it's not really.
Well,
And I feel bad about. I wouldn't feel right, saying, the bank approved this person at 5% and we sold them at 6%. We're going to keep the percent.
Yeah.
right.
know, I
That's
wouldn't feel
that's the
good
part
about that.
I almost feel shitty about is the way you make your money in the financing is by
Yeah.
increasing the rate,
Yeah.
and then you pocket the difference on the rate increase. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, It's just kind of, yeah. I don't know. Let's see here.
Yeah,
Since-
that's pretty funny.
What? This
This
one?
comment.
This one, Ferrari's like the girl next door you want to take home and introduce to your parents. But McLaren is like the popular cheerleader who is too high maintenance and you just have fun with for a while. Yeah.
And when she has a mental breakdown, you kick her out of your car. and leave
The curve. I don't think you do. If you do financing, it still goes to a bank.
Yeah, unless we did in-house financing where we're actually toting a note.
Right.
Ooh.
Definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
You have to hire
I've done that before, and it's not fun.
Normal guy Repo Man channel though would be a
Chasing
fun
money,
side channel.
chasing money. You're
Yeah.
constantly chasing money, and it's not fun.
Man.
You do get to sell a car multiple times, but it's
That's right. One day late on one payment, and it's back.
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, I hate
Yep.
to say it, but if you were doing cars this expensive, I mean, I would be sitting outside. Like, if it was like 24 hours away from default, I would be sitting outside their house with a watch, waiting. And the second that son of a bitch hits the last second, I'd be like, boom, grab it, go, because it's just too much money to let go away.
That would put us in the Hellcat business.
No.
Not the Hellcat, more like the
300M.
the Super B or whatever the hell the lower level trim of those
Right.
cars are.
Yeah.
There you go.
The one with the credit score as the badge on the side on the fender, like 396 or whatever.
Yeah. They get real good at driving a tow truck backwards.
Yeah. Just only give him one key, so you always have another key.
392. There it is. That's the credit score of the
392.
person who bought it.
Yeah.
And probably their interest rate.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, did you guys? I just read this, so nobody's probably heard it yet because I watch stocks and stuff. And Carvana just got called out by this company called Hindenburg Research, who is they're like they do research on companies to see if their books are valid and like everything they're doing is legit. And they decide, hey, we're going to short this company and tell everyone in the world to short it.
Oh.
And they just came out with a report today saying F Carvana, their accounting is whack.
Ooh.
The financing that they're doing on their cars is whack. Like all this stuff is
Oof.
like not good. So it wouldn't surprise me to hear some stuff coming out of that soon.
Dang.
I just don't know how these big companies that are buying all this crazy inventory can manage.
Well, apparently Carvana was, or maybe they still are, pretty much approving everybody. Doesn't matter what your credit score is. Doesn't matter what your job is. They're just selling cars to anybody who applies for one.
Yeah.
Didn't we learn this lesson in 2007 with houses?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Well, good luck to them.
I could have sworn this already happened with Carvana. I thought I
Yeah,
didn't
they
even think
did.
they were in existence anymore. I'm
It
surprised to
did.
hear this.
Well, what happened the first time is Ernie and his son sold a bunch of stock, billions of dollars or whatever it was, and caused the company basically to almost go bankrupt. And then they somehow rescued it, and it went from like $3 a share all the way up to almost 300. And
It's at like 300 now?
it was at the highest it got recently, I think is like 260 or 270 or something like that.
Oh my lord.
From
Dang.
$3. Oh, and this is only in like a year. This
I would
happened.
say what just
last
like
I
a
saw
year or
they
two
were-
ago.
Yeah.
So in the 3 years we've been running our dealership, I remember we were talking about Carvana is about to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
This is a very short period of time.
So now their stock went way up or whatever, and the owners, Ernie and his son, the Garcias, have sold off like almost $2 billion worth of stock again. So they're repeating what they did before.
Nice.
It's
That's
crazy.
amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
wow.
And I've called
probably
this
shorted
from the
themselves,
beginning. I
too.
said Carvana's they're gonna they
yeah.
suck.
They had VC funding that they didn't know what to do with, so they were just throwing it away on cars.
Yeah.
I
And they
just-
also own drive time. So any bad deals they can just shove off
no.
on drive time. Yeah.
Jeez.
I can't wait to see what companies do with those elevators when Carvana is gone.
Right.
Like, maybe y'all can move your dealership into an ex Carvana
Oh
and
Lord, yeah,
have
right.
the elevator for yourself.
It's like when you see restaurants that took over an old Pizza Hut. Like that was definitely a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
there were back in my hometown. There was a Mediterranean place that was an old Pizza Hut, and it was
Nice.
so funny because like we ate there when it was a Pizza Hut as a kid, and then now it's this Mediterranean place, and it's still got like the same booths and everything, and it's
Yeah,
the
right.
same layout, and you're just like, oh man, it's perfect.
And escape that roof.
Yep.
That's funny.
Oh man, Lordy.
Josh, are you getting out later and robbing 7-Elevens?
Maybe.
With the hoodie.
That's funny.
Oh man, God, we don't. Electric cars are no,
I love electric cars. I
but
don't
they're
care.
not. They're not.
They're not going to change. Well, I
They're
shouldn't say
changing
that
car
'cause
culture, but it's
the-
not
like
good for car culture.
My son, he's 12, and all his buddies just love Teslas, love electric cars. They could care less unless it's a Lamborghini. They don't care about a gas car.
Yeah.
They love all the electric stuff, and that's what the media is kind of pushing on everybody. So I mean, the kids, that's what they're going to like, and that's what it's going to be.
I mean, listen, I haven't seen, and I've watched a handful of them. I haven't seen a single review of the Ioniq N that people didn't heap praise on. It's got that simulated shifting, the simulated noise, but people love it. They universally say it just works. And so if they continue to refine that, and that's just Hyundai. If other manufacturers catch up with that type of thing, then
I don't know. I mean, I'm glad people buy them for daily drivers, but it is not the same. Like,
Yeah.
It's interesting to me when like when Tesla first made the Model S, like back in 2012 when that was released, people were like, "Oh, this is the coolest thing ever! Everybody's going to buy these," and nobody was giving them any trouble. There was no negative attention towards it. But now you have this massive amount of negative attention towards the electric cars. I don't know. It's interesting.
yeah,
See what happens.
The problem I have is from a car enthusiast point of view, is I don't think that they're very good enthusiast collector cars, whatever. Like they don't inspire or evoke emotion in the same way. So like I think they're wonderful for daily driving, and there's definitely some really fast, like the Model like the Model S Plaid is fast as shit. It's crazy. But like it doesn't inspire the same like passion or whatever. Like I don't see one of those going up on a poster on the wall and being something you dream of. And maybe I'm totally wrong. Like your kids are like all into it and stuff, but I don't know. Like in 20, 30 years, all of those cars are going to be junk, right?
Yeah.
They're just none of them.
Oh no.
Oh, yep. That's bad this time.
Yeah. Dan needs a drink.
Yep.
There
There
you
you
go.
are.
He's back.
Wow, I lost all.
Dan,
of
you
it.
said the last thing you said was that electric cars 10 or 20 years from now are all going to be junk.
Yeah.
I think that goes for every new car that's
Oh,
being
sure.
built right now. Every
That's
single one
true.
of them.
No, 100%.
Not just electric.
Yeah.
Everything that's being built right now is crap, right? And they're all just an appliance that gets thrown away. Think about like old cars that we call like the classic cars, like a 60s muscle car and whatever. Those were daily driver regular cars, but they were so interesting and cool and whatever that 50, 60 years later people still want them.
Yeah.
And nothing being made today is like that.
Well, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not something you drive. It's an appliance you use.
Right.
It's different.
That's exactly it. They
Well,
go
maybe
from
the
point A to
problem
point
is
B.
driving has gotten less and
Well,
less popular over the
that's-
years.
That's
That's true
100%
too.
true.
That's true
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. People don't even really like driving anymore. Like you hear people who are like, "Oh, I don't even want to drive," but it's like, what's wrong with you?
Well, I think 20 years from now, I think there's going to be a lot less cars sold, a lot less cars made, a lot less cars on the road because there's going to be alternatives, robo taxis or whatever, and just people aren't going to drive. They're not going to get a driver's license.
Yeah.
PT Cruiser is going to make a comeback.
Gotta love PT. Oh lordy.
That was a good era for cars. The PT Cruiser gets shit on a lot, but like the Prowler came out, the Viper came out, the PT Cruiser came out, which was, you know, it was
the
like
S2000,
the most retro of retro designs.
Well, like the late
manufacturers push things like that. You don't see it a lot anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's all like I feel like the late 90s to early 2010s, I'm gonna say, is like the golden era of interesting cars. There were like every few years or every year there'd be like, oh, look at this crazy new thing that's coming out. Yeah. Oh, look at this thing. And it was also the era of the horsepower wars where like, you know, everything went from 250 horsepower to 1,000 horsepower at the end of it, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is now is like everything's 1,000 horsepower, 800 horsepower, whatever. Performance, like the speed part of it is just kind of like,
I'm pretty sure me and Tyler are the only. I don't know how old Scott is, but Tyler and I are millennials.
Yeah,
we
might be elder millennials, but we're millennials.
Yeah, definitely Gen X, my friend.
Yeah, I'd say Scott and I are Gen X. Yeah, that's funny.
But there's older people that don't want to drive anymore either, and they're buying Teslas with full self-driving. And
I mean, crap, my dad's bought a couple electric cars now and he loves them. He's like, he's like, I'm in love with these electric cars. They're so great. They cost me so little. And
well, for if you're a person that just could care less about cars and you just want something to drive and get you to the store or go to work or whatever, an electric car is the perfect car for you.
Yeah. Yep. If you don't have a need to go drive long distance, if you're just commuting around town and getting groceries, picking up the kids, whatever, 100%. They make, I mean, shit, I want to get Meg an electric car because she just commutes around town and goes to work and does stuff for the kid and whatever. So it's like, yeah,
that's right. I read about this. 2025 marks the new generation of kids.
Oh, really?
Generation Beta. Yeah, I think they should have came up with a better one than Beta.
Yeah, those poor Beta kids.
Inferior to the Alpha generation.
Is Alpha for the 2020?
Alpha is like my kids. Yeah.
What is my kid then?
He's Alpha.
He's being Alpha.
Is he still Alpha? Okay. Yeah. It's that long a span?
Alpha, I think, is 2010 to today.
Holy crap. So 14
I
years?
could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
There's always
yeah, it's a bad choice for name, knowing how Beta is used on Twitter.
Generation Sigma.
Generation Sigma.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet. It's mid.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I heard some of the new lexicon people are using. I'm just like, what? Okay. So like, all right, oh, whatever. Like Meg's all in tune with that crap. I don't know how. I think it's because a lot of her employees are really young.
Oh, I know all this new slang for the kids because my kids use it all the time. It's hilarious.
Yeah. You have it. Yeah, I have no access to it. I don't.
Yeah, give it 5-6 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I have got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, and every other day he comes up and says something that I have no, and I'm trying not to feel old. And he's like, "Do you know Juice WRLD?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "You don't?" Like, I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? Every day I just get cut off a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Great. Can't wait to be officially called old by my son.
Have you seen the Gen X Talks YouTube channel?
No, that sounds awesome though.
It's just this kid that goes up and asks his dad stupid questions when his dad's pissed off. It's amazing. It's so good.
What's it called?
Gen X Talks. Yeah, it's so good.
You know how I knew that I was old is there's this guy he does like shorts or whatever. I don't think he does any full length videos. And he was doing like the difference between like different parents in different generations. And he started off at like I don't even know what it is. What's younger than millennials? Is
Gen Z.
Gen Z,
Gen
Zennial.
Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zennials, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so he'd be like Gen Z parents, which I'm like, oh my god, they can already be parents. Like that's
Mhm.
scary. And then he was like millennial parents, and then he ended it with Gen X parents, and it was hilarious because I'm like, oh god, we're at that age. We're now where we're like the top level of parenting because we're that old.
Yep.
Like, oh damn, when did that happen? So anyway, Lordy. Let's see here. Suddenly it's quiet.
Yeah.
What is Juice World, by the way?
Yeah. That's a good question.
I think it's
Is it a rapper?
I think it's a rapper, and so
Oh,
okay.
I believe he passed away somehow.
Oh, that's
Through
unfortunate.
I could be wrong because I'm Gen X, but I think he's dead. I think he got some lettucillin or something. Somebody may have
Some overdose on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, overdose of lead.
All I know is Juice Land, and it's overpriced juice, but you know. I mean, there's like COVID happened right when your kids would probably like should be getting their driver's licenses.
Dude, I'm telling you, I fear that my kid's gonna hate cars. Like
Impossible.
I'm trying really hard to like inject as much car stuff as possible.
You don't want. That's the problem. I did that early on, and my kid was not interested, and so I just stopped. And now he's actually showing a little bit of interest. So don't shove it down his throat.
I'm not shoving it down his throat. I just kind of present it as like, hey, you want to play with this cool car thing? And so, you know, sort of. Admittedly, he's obsessed with numbers and letters right now. So if it's not a number or letter, he doesn't give a shit.
911, 458.
Yeah. Well, the good news is he can pronounce Lamborghini just fine and Ferrari, and I even Pagani. Can pronounce
Ooh.
Pagani. Let's work on all these Italian brands.
Nice.
He's got those down.
It'll come naturally.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, the funny thing is, I didn't get this from my dad or my parents at all. And the weird thing is, both my brother and I are really into cars. So I don't know how that happened because neither of my parents are that into cars. My mom likes cars. Actually, funny thing, my mom likes cars more than my dad. So like she's more into it than he is, but neither of them are really into it at all. So
yeah, my parents weren't either. But when I was a kid, I'd make them go to the dealerships to get the brochures.
Nice.
And I would cut the steering wheels out and drive them around the house.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
My dad never gave me a football. He never threw the ball with me or a basketball. Didn't care about sports or anything. But he made me sit down with him and watch NASCAR every week.
Oh really?
Nice.
Oh yeah. He had an old dirt, like a modified dirt racer. He would take out
Dude,
back in the sticks and just race it. And so I didn't have a choice. Like
knowing
so people are like, "Hey, how about the Chiefs? How about that big game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't watch football."
yeah.
But let's talk about Lewis Hamilton, please.
The funny thing about that is knowing you and knowing where you grew up, that fits so
Yeah.
perfectly. That is exactly what I like. Yep. Okay. That absolutely makes sense.
Redneck racer for sure.
Yeah. I don't know where it came from for me. It's funny is I wasn't even into cars that much as a kid. I was into like Legos and RC cars. So like the RC cars kind of translated, I guess. You know, like we love
Legos to some extent. They're still
Legos. I mean, that's true. We built a lot of cars with the Legos, and we'd build like airplanes and stuff. But, yeah, like because there was just never like, and it was funny is I had like friends whose parents were super into cars, and I just remember like when they'd be like all like the one guy would be like, "Oh, my dad just picked up a '57 Chevy. It's so cool," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't care," you know. But
yeah, RC cars do translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because those back then, you know, it wasn't like nowadays where you buy an RC car and it's already built and everything, and you just plug it in and it works. Like you used to have.
I raced the buggy off-road, RC cars back in
We
the
did
day.
it. We did it all. We had the
Yeah, hey,
see,
there's
yeah,
one.
exactly. Yeah.
They're older than me, by the way. This thing.
I've got a
Yeah.
Traxxas Slash out in the garage. I modified it. Goes like 60.
Nice.
It's pretty crazy.
We did the off-road cars. There was a hobby shop that actually had an on-road track. And we did a lot of on-road for a while. So like we did the 12th scale, the little like and like God, those things were so fast.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. But anyway, yeah, there was another hobby shop that had an off-road course, and like we'd go race our cars there. But like we were young and had no money, so like you'd only have like 1, maybe 2 batteries, and those batteries used to take like 30 minutes to charge, and you only get like 5 minutes of driving.
Yep.
So you'd be sitting around for like 25 minutes, like, come on, I want to race. But anyway.
Yeah, fun times.
Oh yeah, the Grasshopper, dude. We had one.
What was
I
that?
remember that. It was an RC car.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep. The Grasshopper. I remember because they were. You had to build like everything. It was like barely put together.
Yeah, gearbox, everything.
Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. You remember you like had to like put the differential together and put all the balls in there and everything, and
Grease it up.
yeah, grease it up, and if you tighten it too much, it wouldn't differential. It's just a solid axle then. Man. Yeah. I didn't really do the slot car racing. I know that was
One of my good friends when I was a kid, his dad owned the slot car racing track in our small town. that I
Oh,
lived
cool.
in. Yeah, so we'd go there after school a lot and race. They were like little tiny things. They weren't maybe like 8 inches long or something, but those things were quick.
oh
on
my
a
lord,
huge
they're so
on a
fast.
huge big track that he had. And they had a drag race too with the lights and everything, and it would measure your speed and
Oh,
there's a
dude,
quarter
that's
mile
That's cool.
scale. It was cool.
And just like anything else fast, there's guys that are like hand winding little
Oh, yeah.
motors. I mean, hot rodding them up.
Yeah. RC cars
We
weren't
put glue on the tires. We put glue on the tires so that
Right.
it got traction.
Right.
Admittedly, the RC car tech when we were young was pretty awful. Like compared to now. Like actually, funny enough, so my best friend as a child, whose name is also Dan, he actually texted me. I think it was either last night or the night before, and he sent me a picture of an RC car. He's like, "Check it out, just bought this." I'm like, "Dude," and he was telling me like how fast and how crazy they are now, and I'm like, "Man, I want to get one." So I actually
Pretty cool.
ordered an RC helicopter.
Nice.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
jeez.
I have
like-
a little like 8-inch one. It's a pain in the ass to fly, but
I bought one that actually has 6-axis
oh wow. Okay.
because I was like, I've done
That's
like
hard to fly that.
That's
yeah,
hard.
they're hard, but like I'm like I want to do like a real one, not like a BSy one. Which that reminds me, I need to check if it got delivered. Because it was supposed to be delivered today, but I don't think it did. Oh, they changed it. Now it's not delivered till tomorrow.
Oh,
Bastards.
Make sure you have a ladder at the shop and you can climb it up on the roof to get it.
yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, I'm definitely not flying it inside the shop. Hell no, not with all those cars. No. Nope. I don't trust myself. Sorry. Damn. Too soon. Oh shit. That was wrong. Lordy.
I've seen those RC jets. Those things are crazy.
Yeah, Tyler Perry's.
I mean,
Oh.
you could kill people with one of those.
Have
if
you-
don't know what you're
Oh,
doing.
Have you seen the 3D? They call it 3D helicopters. When they do like the stunt helicopter RC
Yes.
stuff.
Oh yeah, and they fly around like this.
I want to hear that in person because it sounds insane in video.
It does.
Yeah, the physics don't even make sense.
No.
Like how the
What is
hell? Just go on YouTube when we're done and do RC helicopter 3D flying or something like that. I
Okay.
think is what they call it. And it's just so like Cletus had that guy who's supposed to be like one of the best in the world on his channel recently.
Yeah.
And the crap he was doing, you're just like,
It-
how?
It almost seems like it's not real.
It doesn't.
Yeah. And Tyler's right. It sounds like Star Wars sound effects. Or
Oh yeah,
something.
it's like
They're doing it.
Yeah.
It's
like
the weirdest thing.
yeah, and that was in the Cletus video. That's what all the people were like, "Holy crap, this sounds insane!" So, because I like those were all a bunch of guys who probably had never seen that crap before, but wow. Anyway, that stuff's stupid.
Wear eye protection.
I think you have to get insurance when you get helicopters like that, right? Because they can kill
Oh.
people
Probably.
and like definitely cause like actual property damage. So yeah, I know we've deviated really hard tonight.
Yeah, we don't have
we
you
did.
to on track with cars tonight.
Yeah. New year. We're talking about RC shit now. So.
Yeah. All right, so we're changing the channel. It's no longer Normal Guy Supercards. Normal Guy Super RC.
Yeah, well, that might be fun.
Yeah. No, it'll be an interesting year. So so we're doing Scottsdale. Okay.
I'm gonna be there like the week after. So
Are you?
yeah. I just
Dang.
got dates today. It's like the 3rd through the 7th or something.
Oh yeah, that's like a week and a half later or something.
Oh well.
Shoot. Talk about this at the Ferrari thing. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be bored out of their mind.
Talk about anything but Ferraris. It'd be funny.
Yeah, I get up there. So tell us about all your Ferrari stuff. Oh man, let me tell you about these RC cars.
Yeah. Let's talk about snorkeling. Scuba
Yeah. Probably not doing Amelia. The problem we have is the ROI for a lot of the cool events don't make sense. So like Amelia's pretty expensive, and so it doesn't really make sense. The reasons
No. Boo.
What's the reason? Don't
Yeah.
leave us.
Come
All
on,
right, where you
Spectrum.
at?
There we go.
You're back now.
God. What
Nope.
the hell?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're back. Okay.
I'm back. I'm just I was trying to no, whatever. I guess I probably should have rebooted my router, but oh well. It went all Daft Punk.
Pretty much.
The ROI you were talking about on those videos.
Yeah, like a lot of the events don't make our ROI. So, God damn it! Sorry.
I'm looking up
Every other
this.
word sometimes.
Somebody said something about a 308 GTB.
Wait, what? No, it says 2025 308 GTS.
Yeah, apparently it's a thing.
What?
Send a link, Kevin.
Just Google it. There's a few videos. I'll have to watch it later.
What is it?
It looks like some kind of Ferrari. Is that a real thing?
It's got to be like not actually a Ferrari, right? Like it's like a resto mod or something.
Everybody's taking a pause to Google.
Yeah.
I mean, if they make that would be freaking cool. As long as it's not a hybrid.
Why does it look good?
It looks, yeah, it does actually.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm googling.
Well,
What do they call it?
I just typed in 2025 through 308 GTS and just looked at the pictures, and there's a few.
It's being featured at the Cavallino in January for its 50th anniversary.
Wow, it looks like a
Oh.
special edition F8.
Yeah.
I think these pictures are AI though.
Yeah, it says rendering.
Yeah. I don't think this.
Huh. Ah. Well. Oh yeah, it's basically like a
Yeah, it says likely refers to a fictional or concept car. Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I got excited for a second.
I know.
Ferrari's not one to go back and rename a car the same name they had before, though.
Mm-mm. Well, that's not entirely true. The Super America was already the Super America.
That's okay. What's one? But it was
And
a
then-
575 Super America.
Yeah. They'd have
True.
to call it the 8 cylindry. Whatever 8 is in Italian.
Yeah.
Watches have not been discussed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Dan's video to lock up again.
That means you're probably going to be waiting about 30 seconds, so that's all right.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, there we go. Hey,
Wasn't even 30 seconds. It was like 15.
Oh man.
That's pathetic. God, I don't know what it is. Like sometimes, what the hell causes sometimes your internet to just suck?
You on wireless?
No, I'm hardwired.
Meg consuming content
Yeah.
somewhere in the house.
Unlikely.
Hmm.
I know what she does, and it's not really. Damn it! This is what happens when I'm busy as hell, dude. It's been so like lack of sleep lately with all the holidays and
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Definitely tired.
Dan, since you on that video a couple weeks back said y'all were going to be doing service, have y'all had an influx of people come in for service?
Not huge. A couple, and honestly, it's been bigger jobs. No one's really been like, "Oh, change my oil," because I don't think really the word's out yet.
Yeah.
So
Well, nobody wants to bring their car all the way to us just to change the oil on it.
right, we are kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it
Yeah.
is a hike for a lot of people. You know, it's not exactly convenient if you live in Austin to come to our shop.
Yeah.
So, but I think over time, you know, I could see that as people get fed up with, because you know, one of the things that would happen was people would ask me, "Hey, I'm in Austin. Where can I take my car to get serviced? Or do you guys do service?" And now we'll be like, "Yeah, we do." So I think that over time will build up more people and stuff. So it's one of those. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to really get some momentum behind it. But I don't know.
It's cool.
The conversion stuff, there's still a decent amount of that, but I don't know. That's a whole weird market. Yeah.
Y'all have any in the shop now being converted?
What?
Y'all have any
We have-
conversions?
We have one. We have
One.
one that we're getting done for somebody.
Well,
A 360.
one that's a paying client, because we also have the 599 for
Yeah.
our partnership with Valvetronic is being finished up at Makina, and then the Murcielago is at Makina, which is supposed to get started on pretty soon.
Sweet. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Did they get the headers for that yet? Did we get
No.
those?
No,
Oh, geez.
they haven't shipped yet. They're supposed to come to us. So videos on Greg's Scud will come once we finish the job, because the stud snapped.
Of course. Yeah.
It's like, God damn it. It was funny because in the start of the video, I'm like, oh, this is one of those jobs that's either going to take like 8 hours or 16 hours. And of course, it turned to a 16-hour job. But that's why, like, you know, it's funny is people who bitch about the cost of some of these jobs, they don't understand, like, that risk is always there. Like, for any of these jobs, oh, that's not that hard. You know, like, why does it cost so much? Because that kind of crap happens. So, like, you know, Greg's job we probably will lose money on, but you know, other jobs will kind of offset that. And so if you're charging the same every time, it works out that you're making money. But you know, now that his car is going to take a lot longer and we had to buy some tools and whatever, the labor probably doesn't make us anything, or you know, it doesn't make us much. So, but yeah, we've got a bunch of, I actually have 4 or 5 videos that are in the can, just need to edit and get pushed onto YouTube. So I kind of got ahead of the game for once, which is rare. So that's what happens when Josh isn't around and I have time to just kind of, like, when nothing's going on at the shop, I'm like, well, I might as well film.
So you said that like y'all been married
Right?
for years. Get stuff done when he's on.
Oh man, look at
That's
that.
my wife.
Yeah, it's already 9:30.
There goes 5 minutes.
Damn.
What was 5 minutes? What?
It's, last time we talked about it was like, well, we had 5 minutes left, but there it goes.
Oh, right. Yeah. We do actually have We have a guy. His name is Alan. He'll be in a couple of videos. He is helping us wrench on cars now. He's gonna be there when as we need him, / when he has time. So I hope we can make him really busy. That's my hope. We'll see. So it's one of those where you might see him a lot or you might not see him much. We'll see how it goes. But so far it seems to be working pretty good. He definitely knows a good amount, and I feel pretty good about bringing him on board.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really. It's working out pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So far. So we'll see how that hopefully gets better.
Take some workload off of us for sure.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's been weird because stuff's getting done, and we can actually Josh was able to catch up on all the paperwork basically, and then we were looking for cars, and then we'd both walk out of the office and cars are being wrenched on actively. Whoa. I almost was man, I don't even have to get dirty today. Wow. All right. So anyway, appreciate everyone. Here's to 2025. Cheers. Yay.
Woo.
Woohoo. Hopefully it goes really well, and hopefully you guys can buy some stuff from us, and we'll keep hopefully offering you cool stuff and making cool videos, and we'll see how it goes. So see you next week.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.